Now I would like to introduce someone who knows our work very well, who has spoken in front of thousands of students in this country, in Europe, and all around the world. He met Kibbe, and his wife, Terry Kibbe, have been supporters for many, many years. Yes, give a round of applause. And they've seen our work up close. So please welcome the best-selling author, leader of the Free the People organization, and beer connoisseur, Matt Kibbe.
One of the most awesome things about hanging out with the Students for Liberty is that I'm constantly reminded just how old I am. I am so old that I remember the days when we got knowledge from these boxes of paper. We called them books. Do you guys remember these days? I'm so old that I got my music in these vinyl discs. We called them records. We got our information from a guy who would show up on the evening news and tell us that's the way it is. I'm so old that when I was 18 years old, I thought I was the only libertarian in the world. I thought libertarianism was this ancient philosophy that you would read about in an Ayn Rand novel. And I'm also so old that I remember when International Students for Liberty was just a couple dozen kids trying to change the world. Some of you guys remember this, right? But every year you come back and the crowd gets bigger and the energy gets higher and the quality of the students and their ability to change the world, you get an optimism. So even an old guy like me realizes that something is different and that International Students for Liberty has been the catalyst for creating a generational shift, a paradigm change that makes me optimistic about the future of liberty. So what do we do with all this? I've spoken to Students for Liberty in Europe. I've spoken to Students for Liberty here. I think we're at the cusp of something special. And I got to thank Alex and now Wolf for being willing to take that risk, being willing to know that changing the world is not only possible, it's inevitable if we all do this together. And Students for Liberty is leading the way. I hope you guys will consider, I see some investors out there, you want to bet on the future? Bet on these guys. Beer is freedom. And Students for Liberty is the future. A toast to Alex and Wolf and the Students for Liberty.